Commercial journalism outlets, including newspapers, radio, and TV stations, have shrunk in recent years. That's not the case with nonprofit news organizations like KPBS, Voice of San Diego, and others throughout the country, which are expanding. But will these niche organizations last? Joining me with more on the Pew Research Center's new report called Nonprofit Journalism, a Growing but Fragile Part of the U.S. News System, is Professor Dean Nelson, Director of the Journalism Program at Point Loma Nazarene University. Dean, welcome back.
Thank you. It's great to be with you again.
Now, this might seem obvious for most people because they think of the difference between nonprofit and profit news organizations as money. Both need money.
Right.
There's a news alert there. So remind us, what is the difference between the two types of organizations?
Well, the nonprofits, when they can, when they get donors or foundations or corporations to help fund them, those can be tax-deductible contributions. So that's an advantage for some organizations. And also, you don't have the same kind of responsibility to shareholders. You plow the money right back into the organization. You have to. And so you can operate at a leaner level that way.
Speaking of the fundraising, the Pew Center study of 172 nonprofit newsrooms across the country asked about their staffing needs, where they want to focus their staff and what they're most concerned about. Now, 54% said their primary focus is on business, advertising and fundraising. 54%, while 39% want more staffing and resources for editorial and reporting, and 6% actually did not respond, which was a little bit interesting.
That's a very revealing statistic, by the way.
Yeah, tell us what it reveals.
Well, it shows you that the business model that they're operating under isn't working very well, and that a lot of that attention is having to go toward how are we going to keep the lights on, and how can we expand or even keep the people that we have, as opposed to how can we focus on really developing our news quality here. So I think what that reveals is nobody has figured out how to really fund this thing.
Not just in nonprofit, though.
No.
Traditional commercial news outlets are facing the same thing.
Their business model is just as broken as the nonprofit one. In fact, it was broken before the nonprofit one. That's why we even have a nonprofit one.
A lot more nonprofits than before. I want to talk more about this research by Pew. They also broke down the most popular niches as far as nonprofit newsrooms that they were looking at. And what they found was investigative reporting came out on top with about 21%, followed by news and government, then public and foreign affairs at 13%.
Sure.
Bringing up the rear is reports on environment with just 3%. 4% of the focus on that, and then 3% on health and then also arts and culture. Now, we do a lot more of that here. We're an established news source. What do you think this reflects as far as the nonprofit organizations or models for other startups?
Sure. Well, actually, let me comment on the environmental thing. Do you realize that it was an online nonprofit organization that just won the Pulitzer for environmental reporting, Inside Climate News? I mean, that's a nonprofit that has a staff of maybe 4 or 5 people, and it did a very, very important story in 2012.
The editor lives here, by the way.
Yeah, former member of the UT staff, and one of the reporters was as well. But all other news organizations are shrinking their environmental staffs, their environmental reporting staffs, and here's an environmental nonprofit news site that just won the Pulitzer Prize. That should tell us that that's not a story that we should probably be ignoring. But the investigative thing that you bring up, the reason that that's working so prominently with nonprofit online news sources is because with mainstream, it's expensive.
It is. It's resource intensive. We work with iNewsSource here. We've partnered with them, which is a nonprofit as well. Because it is labor intensive, it costs hours, it takes quite a bit of time.
And you may not get a story out of it. You may have reporters working on something for months and end up, there's nothing there.
Let's talk about Newsweek has become, sadly, a poster child for dying news outlets, first with the sale and now with their weak digital subscriptions. It's not working. What does this tell you about the future of either nonprofit or commercial news in general?
Well, what it tells you is nobody's figured out how to do this. The many news organizations, especially print, thought if they would just go online, the advertising would follow. And some of the advertising did, but it didn't have the same kind of money that that the mainstream, the print stuff did, and so that isn't working. Newsweek is a great example of they thought it would work and they were wrong.
So right now, as it stands, we're still just in the pioneer stage of where we go from here.
Not only the pioneer stage, I predict it's going to get actually worse before it gets better.
All right, journalism professor Dean Nelson, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.